What is the legacy of monastic schools? Have you ever wondered how education evolved during the medieval period in Europe? Monastic schools played a vital role in shaping that journey. These schools were primarily found in monasteries, where monks lived by strict rules. The most famous of these rules was established by Saint Benedict in the 6th century. During the early Middle Ages, these schools became some of the few centers of learning, preserving knowledge that might have otherwise been lost. Monks in these schools were dedicated to copying manuscripts. They did not only copy religious texts but also classical works by authors like Cicero, Virgil, Aristotle, and Seneca. This effort was essential in keeping a vast array of ancient literature and philosophy alive. The curriculum in monastic schools revolved around the 7 liberal arts, which included grammar, rhetoric, logic, arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy. While the teaching methods were largely religious, they laid the groundwork for broader intellectual inquiry. Monastic education was cautious about secular science and classical pagan texts, yet it maintained a continuity of learning that connected the ancient world to the medieval era. Monastic schools also played a significant role in promoting literacy in Western Europe. They trained monks who became scribes and administrators, which was crucial for the church and emerging civil governments. This literacy was vital for managing the growing Christian church and the governance of medieval states. Beyond education, monasteries served as centers of charity, providing food, lodging, and medical care to the poor and travelers. They also contributed to the arts, particularly through manuscript illumination, creating exquisite works like the Book of Kells and the Lindisfarne Gospels. The influence of monastic schools extended into the later Middle Ages. They were instrumental in establishing cathedral schools and eventually universities. Notable figures like Alcuin of York reformed education by emphasizing classical texts and liberal arts. This reform helped spark the Carolingian Renaissance, a revival of learning and culture in the 8th and 9th centuries. The legacy of monastic schools is clear. They preserved classical and Christian texts through manuscript copying. They promoted literacy and education during a time of social upheaval. They developed a curriculum based on the 7 liberal arts. They supported the founding of cathedral schools and universities. They also contributed to social welfare and cultural arts, including manuscript illumination. This legacy ensured the survival and transmission of knowledge from ancient times to the modern era, shaping the intellectual and cultural landscape of medieval Europe.